Hey rich friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from The Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that's something that you are looking to do, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I always encourage you guys to explore the channel and check out some of the playlists that I have because they are as organized as I can get them by playlist. So if you want to know more about market structure, candlesticks, entry points, support and resistance, everything is there and organized for you to easily navigate and find. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for spending more time with the channel and for clicking on this video today. I do think it's going to be helpful. If you guys don't see something that you're looking for of the 360 videos that I already have, you can leave me a comment down below and I will add your request to my queue. Now, in today's quick video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I've refined my strategy and improved my win rate. Now, if you are going to be on a trading journey, or if you're on a trading journey, whether you're just starting or you're deep into it and you're trying to get better, it's going to take a lot of refinement over time. You're not going to get it right the first time. You may not get it right the second time. And it can actually take months or years to get you to the place where you want to be. Now, if you're serious about being a professional trader, and that just means the way that you think, the way that you execute your trades, and just being more profitable, you are going to have to gear up and get ready for the ride. Now, a big part of your future success in being a trader is going to come from studying your past actions and some moves that you've made in the market, or just by studying the market overall so that you can build a better relationship with the assets that you like to trade. Now, one way that you can do this is through backtesting, and backtesting just involves going to a previous place in time on the chart and working through it as if it was real time to figure out what you did right, what you did wrong, or how you would act in that scenario. Now, I like backtesting on TradingView because they do have a feature that allows you to select a random bar. And again, you can analyze this trade in real time to see what your decisions would have been made, how you can tweak it, how you can improve, and it just helps to see the market in a lot of different types of scenarios. Because even if you do have your confirmation checklist and you do feel good about it, you're not always going to get a perfect setup and you're not always going to see what you want. So it is nice to be able to navigate different types of markets at different times, or at least understand what's happening so that you can save yourself the expense of losing, or essentially improve your win rate, because that is what you want to do. So the first thing I want to do is head over to tradingview.com. And again, this is going to be a back testing video. I'm going to show you how I improved my back testing process so that I could improve my win rate overall. So you guys can take notes or you can rewatch this video as many times as you need to. But again, this is how I back test on TradingView. So we go to tradingview.com, and the first thing that I want to do is hit the replay button. And instead of selecting a random bar like I used to do manually, I'm going to click this arrow at the bottom and I'm going to choose random bar. Now this will put me in a random place in the chart, and I'll be able to assess how I would have analyzed this trade in real time. So after I've selected a random bar, the next thing that I'm going to do is hover over the place where they're asking me to analyze. Now I can already see that I'm not going to do any type of analysis on this trade because we can see that it was from November 15th, 2024, which was a Friday around 4:45 p.m. The market has different sessions and it closes every day at 5 p.m. from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. However, on Fridays, the foreign exchange market will be closed for the weekend. So there's no need in me doing an analysis at that time because realistically, I would not be trading at that time. So let's choose another bar. So we have another bar here. And this time we can see that they gave us another Friday candle. So this time it's from December 22nd, 2023. Not trading on Friday at 5 p.m. or around that time. So I'm going to select another bar. So let's see what they gave us this time. All right, so this time they gave us the candle for March 27th, 2024 at 9:15 a.m. Now, is this a decent time to trade? I would say yes, it is because 9:30 is when the foreign exchange market opens. This is when the New York session starts, I should say. So that is a good time to trade. So now that I have found a good time that I can trade, I'm going to work through this analysis as if I was doing it in real time. Now, I do have a confirmation checklist, which is going to be an update from the confirmation checklist I've showed you in other videos. And these are the questions that I've asked myself. So the first question is, before I take a trade, is what time is it? Right? And that's the process we just went through because we don't want to enter a trade at 4:45 p.m. on a Friday, but Wednesday at 9 a.m., that could potentially be a good time to trade if you are into trading on Wednesdays, if it's in your trading plan. So the next question I'm going to ask myself is, did I check the news? And this is going to be important because there are some reports that can really cause more volatility in the market, and you don't want to get caught up in that. No matter how strong your technical analysis is, if you're not paying attention to the fundamentals, you can really screw yourself over. So I like to use forexfactory.com for my news, and I have the link pinned here. And I'm going to go to March 27th, 2024 at 9:15 to see if there was any news. So forexfactory.com, it starts you off on the calendar tab. I'm going to click here and then I'm going to go to 2024 and I'm going to click March 27th. I'm going to apply those settings and I can see if there is any alarming news that could potentially throw my trade off. And I don't see anything. If I would have saw a red folder or orange folder around 9 a.m., I would have known, okay, I'm just going to hold off on trading and I'm going to take myself out. So I check the news. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask myself is the market trending, right? Up or down? And if it's trending up, I'm going to want to focus on buys. If it's trending down, I'm going to want to focus on sells. Now, just to add this in here, because the market could be moving sideways, I'm going to say if consolidating, and I'm just going to put a C, we're going to wait for a retest at a key level, right? So questions 3 and 4 kind of go together in this analysis. If it's consolidating, we're going to wait for a retest. If it's trending up, we're going to focus on buys. If it's trending down, we're going to focus on sells. So let's just go ahead and zoom out. And we can see it looks like initially this market was trending down, right? It looks like it was trending down as we can see here, but then it looked like it started to consolidate. So since we can see that it's been consolidating for a very long time, right? Or at least a couple of days, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for a retest at a key level. So let's just go ahead and highlight those key levels. Now, key levels are just areas of support and resistance that you can see in the market. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a line there. I'm going to put a line there. I'm going to put a line there. I'm going to put a line there because these are areas where I can see the market either broke structure, right, up or down. So the market has been consolidating. We want to wait for a retest at a key level. But then the last question that I'm going to ask myself is, do I have the entry signal on the stochastic? All right, and the stochastic is one of the main indicators that I like to use. The stochastic is pretty easy for me to read, and this is how I use it. Just a little segue. So if these are the three things that I'm looking for in the stochastic, I'm looking for, is it facing up or down? I'm looking for, is the blue line or orange line on top? And I'm looking to see if it has crossed above or below a significant level. So up and the blue line on top, usually gives me buy confirmations, as we can see from these two examples. Let me just get my demonstration cursor. So if the market is facing, the stochastic is facing up and the blue line is on top, that usually is a bullish confirmation for me. And we get the same thing here. We can see the market was bullish. If I see that the stochastic is facing down and my orange line is on top, that's usually a bearish confirmation for me. So we're going to go ahead and come back over here. And I can see that the market is at a key level, right? It's at a key level of support. I've already checked my news, but I do see that this market is trending down. So what I would need in order for me to be confident to take this trade, I would need a break of structure for the candles to cross and close below this bottom line. So let's just go through the checklist again. What time is it? It is 9:15 a.m. on a Wednesday. Did I check the news? Yes, I did. I didn't see anything alarming. Is the market trending up or down? I can see that the market was ultimately trending down. However, it started to consolidate, so I needed to wait for a retest at a key level, which I can see is here. And do I have the entry signal on the stochastic? Now, at this time, I don't have my sell confirmations on the stochastic. It's giving half sell, half buy. It's giving sell because it is below the key level of 20, but because it's facing up, that is a buy. So in this case, would I even take this trade right now, or would I simply wait? And I would just wait because I don't have enough confirmations in one direction to want to take this trade. Now, do we see how on the very next candle at 9:30 when the market opened, we do get that break of structure on a significant level. And we also have more selling confirmations on the stochastic now. It's facing down. The orange line is on top, and both lines are below the 20%. So let's say we enter this trade for a sell. We set our stop loss above a previous high, right? Let's do about 20 pips. So we're going to go up to 30, right? And it looks like our stop loss is at our last significant level. And we're going to hit play to see if this trade idea is profitable or if we get stopped out. And if you're looking for a TP, we are going to do our TP at a previous low, or we can just let the trade run. So let's see what happens. And you guys are anxious to see. So as we can see, this key level continued to be supported. It looked like we may have run into a little bit of a fake out at first, but the market didn't quite hit our stop loss. It appeared to break structure again. So it's looking like overall it does want to continue that selling trend. So I'm so glad we actually waited for that break of structure instead of rushing the trade. So this trade is just going to continue to go. We can close it in profit at any time. So let's just go ahead and close. All right. And then we can see that we would have made a profit of $2,520 just because we went through our checklist and we waited for everything to play out. So that was pretty simple and straightforward. If you have a process that you follow when you're trading, you should not be upset when you're taking losses because you followed your system, right? All I did was go through my checklist. I was able to have a profitable trade, and I'm happy that that happened. Now we're going to go through another example, right? We're going to do another example just so you guys can see how mechanical this process really is and how mechanical it should be. So let's just go ahead and add our confirmation questions here. And let's just go through the same exact process that we went through on the last trade. And if you guys want to take this, you definitely can. I'm not pushing you to trade like me. I'm pushing you to trade like the best version of yourself. So if this helps, definitely add it to your arsenal, right? Add it to your pre-trading checklist. And yeah, if this video is helpful so far, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you never miss when I post a video. So we're going to do this last trade. So this time it is Sunday, July 14th, 2024 at 9:45 p.m. Now this one's a little bit tricky because the market tends to open on, doesn't tend to, it actually opens, the foreign exchange market opens Sundays at 6 p.m. EST, at 5 p.m. EST, excuse me. And I usually wait until 9 p.m. to take my first trade if I'm going to trade on Sundays, but trading on Sundays is not in my trading plan. So I'm going to go ahead and select another bar and we're going to see what's happening. Okay, so we got Wednesday at 2 p.m. and we're going to see if this is a decent time to trade. I typically don't trade at this time, but it doesn't hurt to test it out, right? So let's just get our confirmation checklist questions and we're going to run a play. So we're going to say, what time is it? We know that the time was May 22nd, 2024 at 2:15 p.m. So we're going to go back to Forex Factory. We're going to go to May 22nd, 2024 at 2 o'clock p.m. to see if we had any news. And would you look at that? At 2 o'clock p.m., we actually did have some news, right? There was the FOMC meeting minutes, which could really, really affect how this trade is going to go. Now, you'll notice on Forex Factory, there is an impact column. And if you have a red folder, that's going to really impact how the currency is moving. It's high impact, right? And you could just scroll over it and you can see that it's high impact. If you have a orange folder, that is considered medium impact, and a yellow folder is considered low impact news. So let's actually see how this 2 p.m. news influenced the market that day. Now, if you're a new trader, I would say you should practice trading the news, but be careful. So what time is it? 2 p.m. Did we check the news? Yes, we did. Is the market trending up or down? And if you can't tell which way the market is trending, just zoom out, right? I just like to get an overall picture. And I can see that the market appeared to be trending up for a very long time before it started to consolidate. Now, we did have a break of structure on that consolidation on the downside. However, we're going to run through our checklist and see what actually happens. And one tip is if the market has been trending in one way for a really long time and then it starts to consolidate, it's a likelihood that the previous trend is not going to continue. So I already am creating a bias in my mind for a sell just based on the fact that there is news, just based on the fact that the market was trending up and consolidating. So now it is time to trend down. And we're going to go ahead and see what happens as we go through our checklist. So we can see that the market was trending, it was consolidating. So what we're going to do is wait for a retest or break of structure at a key level. So let's just go ahead and highlight those levels. We're going to highlight this level, and I'm pretty much just highlighting anywhere I see a reaction. It doesn't matter how long ago it was because it still happened. And this is the 15-minute chart, by the way, but you can do this on any time frame. And then do we have the entry signal on the stochastic? If you guys remember the stochastic, we need it to be facing down. We need the orange line on top, and we need one or both of the lines to be crossed below one of these key levels. And we actually have all of those things. So we can go ahead and enter this trade now, or we could wait for the next candle for a break of structure. So let's see what happens, right? Are we going to enter now based on what we see, or are we going to wait, right? Let's say if we did enter now because this is the time where the news came out. We're going to set our stop loss above a previous key level, and then we're going to go ahead and hit play, and we're going to see what happens. So it looks like the market is still being supported at this level. We're going to see if it continues to come down or if it's going to turn around and hit our stop loss, right? Because anything is possible. Now, that break of structure could have been a fake out, which we can see that it actually was, and the market started to trend back up. Wow, look at that. But we can see it is revisiting these levels. So that downtrend did continue, except we were just in our trade a little bit early. And like I said, this is why you don't necessarily want to trade the news if you don't have to, because sometimes the news can really mess you up. We can see where the arrow is. That 2 p.m. was actually where the news happened. And then after that, the market decided that it wanted to essentially rebalance itself. So we would have won one trade and we would have lost one trade. But if you remember our profit from the first, we would still be in profit. So back testing is really all about knowing the right questions to ask and just going through the process every single time. But again, that's really all I have for you guys today. I just want to emphasize how important it is to understand what the market is doing and to really just have a flow when you come in here so that you're not stressed about what's going on. If you are looking for these key details, such as the time, such as the news, such as the trend, right, such as the break and retest, then such as your entry signals on whichever indicators you're using, if you're using indicators, your trading will become much simpler for you because you're not worried about your emotions. You're not worried about the last trade that you did. You're not stressing out. You're literally just working through the process and you are seeing what happens. And again, let's just look at this last trade. It came from one key level to the next key level before it came down again to the same key level. So this should really be like clockwork. But I hope that this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below in my comment box. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one for personal mentorship, you can find that information down below in the description box, as well as other ways to connect with me outside of YouTube. But that's really all I have for you guys today. Until next time, rich friends.